Hey there. Welcome back. We are us. This is Yaengard, and I've been a busy beaver. Busy bee? No, I think both work. Anyway, for starters, I did a number of fights. I've seen some merchants who sell food items and potions and, well, I say potions, but none of the goddamn items are actually potions. We've seen a lot of things, and we picked up this. The Soul Shock Torch of Ancestry. An heirloom, an uncommon heirloom that deals 28 to 34 damage. It doesn't actually deal that damage though, because none of its skills deal damage directly. That's irrelevant though, so let's move along. It possesses two skills, the first being Soul Shock Curse. If you've been following us thus far, you know what that already does and how we've been using it. The second skill, however, inflict blood curse to an enemy within range. With a creativity chance of 40%, you also inflict 3 burning. Blood curse is really good, especially against the undead, who we probably won't be meeting anytime soon. But additional burning never hurts. Although the damage from the burning of the creativity effect is half of what it is for Soul Shock Curse, it doesn't really matter. Now, we are pushing 500 max HP with our buddy Hamlin here. We got him some new pants, a new chest armor, and his helmet is still the same, unfortunately. But it's lagging behind. Anyway, moving on to Anastas, I did encounter some new ancestry weapons. Artistry, my mistake. It's a new artistry weapon for her, but it just didn't. It just lacked the amount of self-sustain and damage, plus granting other people a 100% crit chance. Like, why would I ever get rid of it? The only one I could consider getting rid of is this, because, no, this one, because it's our damage and it's underleveled by 3. Still, it is extremely good, and the stun from Deliverance triggers way more than it actually should, but I'm not going to tell anyone if you won't. Also, she now sports an 80% creativity, 80% creativity, which is frankly huge given how it works against the creativity chance of her skills. She has a maximum of 80 fortitude, 320 health, next to no armor, but she's got 17% dodge. She's pretty strong. I've seen her crit for 70, and our buddy Botulf here crit for 65 consistently, which is pretty good. So we got our buddy Botulf strong a new headgear, which possesses ancestral mastery, ancestry, and +4 talent. This also possesses power, talent, some armor, and health. Currently, Botulf possesses 22%, you can see it here. Well, you can't see my mouse cursor, but directly to the left on top, you can see he possesses 22% armor and 21% evasion, or dodge chance, I guess you could also say. We're sitting pretty. Now, his pants aren't great, but they come with +6 talent. I can't hate that. I cannot hate that. I wish I had more weapon mastery, but that's an issue for another day. While his crit chance is low, it doesn't matter. We can give him 100. So the only thing that actually matters here is that his creativity is at 70%, which will help across, as you can see it here, Cross the Embers now has a 68% chance of setting enemies in that cell on fire, provided that they don't dodge it. Yeah, that's pretty good. So that's where we stand right now, and there are nothing but fights ahead of us, so let's go ahead and do that. In front of you stands a behemoth of stone, a golem weighing multiple tons. This monstrosity, how can we ever fight it? No fear, just fight. There's only one way to deal with behemoths like this one. Start chipping away at it. From below the demons arose, for the light bluff of Lumius watched from above. That's at least what the Church of the Fourth Well teaches. Let's start chipping. That sound you heard was Boltov taking some damage in order to give him more destiny. That is our resident spellcaster and support. I'm actually going to move her back. Why does our tank start all the way in the back? I could not tell you. What is this? Massive, always critical strikes against smaller enemies. May push other characters out of tiles and has stun immunity. And also controls ground, apparently. I'm actually going to put him here and wait. There, now you guys can see them all. Resident spellcaster, I need to move her back 2 cells so she can't do anything this turn. I'm actually going to do 2 things. I want... How much health does this guy have? 500? That's going to hurt. This and then this. They control ground, so if I teleport in and I try to walk out, it's going to hurt. Instead, we'll use focus and wait. Or, yeah, we used focus and it gave us fortitude. It's going to get crowded very, very fast. So the question is, can we ignore the golem and focus on this guy so when he arrives, we don't end up crowded? Dealing with this golem is going to be a pain if we can't get these other 2 under control. The golem also can't be stunned, so that sucks. Give her another action. Have her give herself crit. These 2, you can't see my mouse cursor, right? Our resident spellcaster and our resident rogue, whose class is apparently witch hunter. they both deal really good damage, so long as I'm able to give them the opportunity. I've got to play carefully because I'm really worried about the damage the golem can do. But I want to put some damage down on these guys. I don't think, yeah, we can't do it this turn, but soon. Alright, now for Boltolf. He can't leave this cell. At least not normally. So instead, more forts. I'd rather have the guy killed than mess around with him. I don't know how we ended up frosting this guy. He doesn't have that effect on any... Oh, this does. Ooh, that is actually really good. Deal damage and make sure they deal less? Oh, that is... Oh, that's kind of nice. Ow! 28 on a crit. Still, that's not too bad. Now, let's worry about this guy. No damage for anyone in this cell. Give myself more fortitude. He takes 50 damage. Nice. Kind of obnoxious. I'd rather use... That won't last for more than another turn. Right, that has stun on it. At an 18% chance. Nice. I actually can't do any damage to this thing. Now, Hamlin's creativity is coming along. As you can see, he's got 12%. I'm working on getting him more. It's just going to take a while. So then he'll be able to set enemies on fire and guarantee that they focus him more often. For now, though, we have to wait. Thing still has 16. Is there a limit to the number of fire stacks they can have? And create that critical affliction is nice. That's all I've got to say. This guy doesn't see a third turn, for certain. Thanks for coming, dummy. Now if he leaves that cell, he's done, so we can ignore him. I think we can finish this. No, he's still got 91 health. On its turn, it'll die, though. Yeah. Oh, that's no good. I can resolve the stun. But I also could have just ended the fight. So, well, there's that. There we go. And so you see, as long as we're able to control the enemy's aggression and focus it where it needs to be, on the two people that are tankiest, well, he's not. Boltov is technically not the tankiest. The resident spellcaster, Anastas, is the tankiest. Ooh, Infernal Within. Tell me more. Deal 50% damage and inflict 7 burning, 77% of the weapon's damage of which is dealt per turn to a nearby enemy, but you must be burning. Then there's Unwanted Ancestry, which deals 130% damage to a nearby enemy, and then inflicts Blood Curse onto them and yourself, and cannot be dodged. I can remove the Blood Curse with the Resident Spellcaster, but I just don't see a reason to ever actually use this weapon. It's not good. Okay, and this one is the Anxious Travelogue, an uncommon artistry weapon dealing 23 to 33 damage. It also possesses Anxiety, which is good, and then Always, which allows you to dash to an ally within range, removing their Blood Curse, with a 60% chance to then grant them 110% Fortitude. Going to have to say no. While I do need to replace this one, I want Deliverance on there as well. It's the only way she has to give herself fortitude when she's under attack and can't gain focus. Because otherwise she'd be able to use Warship. I'm tempted to go with the axe, but I don't really have anyone that can make use of it. And I like Boltov being able to teleport around and abuse enemies that have multiple stacks of burning. Yeah, that record. Hold on. If he had this, though, he'd be able to give himself Blood Curse and then use his special skill, which would basically allow him to do 160 damage if both attacks hit. And it deals damage to all enemies in the tile. The only problem is Infernal Within is basically a garbage skill. You can't actually use it unless you're burning, and no. For now, we'll hold on to this. Dang it, it's Unwanted Ancestry could be good though. We don't have to use Infernal Within. We can remove the Blood Curse as well when he gets higher than 1 stack of it. Blood Curse deals 50% of the weapon's damage. Which is also further amplified by his Ancestral Mastery. I'm not sure how that actually applies So does it become, what is it, 70? It's 71, so it's what? 121? No, 131, right? No, definitely 121. So does the Ancestral Mastery affect it so that the damage it deals per turn is 121%, or is it instead going to be something more like, that'd be 20, something more like, what is 70% of 50? 25 is 50% of 50. So it'd be like 40 something, 40-ish, between 35 and 40% extra per turn. We're doing it. Just so we're clear, I know we have a problem with deciding what to choose when it comes down to choosing something. Like when we've got equipment to choose from, I know it takes me an extremely long time to go about actually picking something or outright leaving everything. But I leave it in because I want you guys to see my thought pattern. I mean, I go through the trouble of explaining what I'm thinking and why I'm choosing what I'm choosing or leaving what I'm leaving. So hopefully you guys can appreciate that. Right now, I don't think we need armor. Though there's a good chance, there's a good chance we'd end up leaving either one, frankly. Yeah, let's have Hamlin make us something nice. It would have been strange if he had failed that. It's literally only a 5% chance he could have. Okay, show me what you've done, Hamlin, and make it good. Ooh. So, we have a shield, uncommon, 29 to 35 damage. It's not great. And then we have that masterful shaping hammer. It features War Mastery, an old favorite of mine, which deals 90% damage to all enemies within this tile, and it can't be dodged. Then there's Crush, which deals 100% damage to a nearby enemy, and with a 40% chance, can also root them. That's actually pretty good. I would actually give this to Botulf if it weren't for the fact that the weapon he has is already significantly better, since it grants him fortitude, which means while he's dealing damage with it, he's not taking damage, and enemies are just frustrated. I like that. We always knew, though, that there would be a chance we'd have to leave everything. And that's fine. It's fine. I wish the shield was better. I really do. The hammer's nice, but I have to leave it. There's nowhere for it to go. Yeah, we're going with this. Up there! With an ancient stone stairway between you... That's weird. With an ancient stone stairway between you two, the witch's tower stands massive in the sky above you. This is the way up. Let's go. You begin your climb. I really hope the witch knows the way through these mountains. After this climb, at least she's above in a tower, but not in the depths below. As you reach the top, Your path forward is blocked.
There they are! Do you know what you're worth?
Your lot murdered the Baroness of Blood. Did you think they'd just let you go?
There's a vault of gold waiting for those who bring your heads to Yaengard.
The group of adventurers stand tense, ready to draw their weapons.
I'd very much like to claim that vault.
Suspicion could give that to Botolf. I have to remember they have Anastas selected. We have to choose Botolf, and we'll give him this one. Wrong, wrong, wrong. That's not the way you do it. Okay. So we're going to have Botolf go with the chaotic defense.
You'll claim no vault. Imperial pawns won't stop us.
Sounds good to me. Let's teach them a lesson.
He gained the perk Freedom, which grants him 1 ancestry and 1 agility. I mean, I'm not going to say no to extra ancestry. Okay. So, we have to remember, we've swapped Botolf's skills. And he's going to be needing this fortitude now that he's got something that deals self-damage. I think we want to move... Do they have a spellcaster? Yeah, this guy. So we're going to want to move here to force the spellcaster into one of these nearby cells so we can abuse him. Though I want the tanks to take the forward spot here. So I don't know. Inquisitor, whenever an allied unit dies, gain critical strike chance. She has to die first. And she only has 127 HP, plus she looks to be a rogue. Oh, she's going to die first. She's going to die first. What is this guy using? He looks like he might end up being a support or a spellcaster. Or, well, use offensive spells, I should say. This guy has a weapon and an artistry weapon, so we're going to have to play it careful. For now, let's just wait and let them come to us. If we do this right and let them all gather into a single cell, he could do some serious damage on his own. He doesn't have a shot at them with his ranged attacks, so he's just going to have to hold the line. We'll wait. Yep, then dashes in, attacks him. Oh, nice. She had 2 hits. I see. He's going to be annoying. Guy also has a shield on his back. I'm jealous. I want a shield on my back. Anyway. I think I'm going to have her give herself crit. And I'm actually going to go ahead and spend her last destiny to deal damage to her. I did not have her give herself crit. I did. Oh, 30%, that's why. That's fine. So how do we want to do this? All right. I suppose I could also then go here. Now that he's blood cursed, I have to use another destiny. Now that he's blood cursed, again, maybe? I mean, that's pretty strong. I feel nothing and laugh at your weakness. Let's go with this. Critty crit crit. Crit 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 crit. I just want to keep him out of her cell, so I'm going to do this. Burning, burning, burning. The enemy doesn't need to be burning. Botulf does. So, let's do that. Then do this. This is a no entry zone that you can still enter. Then we go here. Sad. Good, he didn't attack her, so she'll be able to give him fortitude on her next turn. Oh, she'll just kill him instead. Not bad. So here we have a wand, rare, that deals 29 to 37 damage and comes with a single skill, Channel the Tempest, which deals 60% damage to an enemy within range, with a 50% chance to channel Storm and gain 25% of the damage dealt as Fortitude. That's not bad. That's really not bad. I could give that to Botulf, and that'd just be another way for him to gain Fortitude early on, especially on the first turn. And then this other thing is a consumable, which we don't need because it grants critical hit chance. I think we keep what we have. I need to be better about maintaining Botulf's Fortitude. I definitely need to be better about that because the blood curse is no joke. But aside from that, we're pretty good. That was
Quite the climb.
At least we made it. I hope she can help us. You knock on the heavy door. Enter, child of the Heartlands. You enter, making your long way up the tower. After another climb, you reach the Somniumat. I understand it's literally a sleepmancer, but couldn't it have been somnia? I guess it works. Somniomancer. Doesn't feel right though. You have made it from the deepest depths to my abode. I know you're the ones to seek passage through the true forged, but by the twin skies, I do not know why.
The Empire took our home away from us.
Now we have no choice but to push forward. The woman smiles, infuriatingly knowing. How could you talk to us before? I'm a somniomancer, a caller of dreams. Some like Hoshi are born with the innate ability of connection. Augurs. Often they use their ability to connect to animals or spirits. But you, she smiles with pride. I connect with the ancestry of those that interest me through their dreams. Through my own heritage, you'd call it ancestry. I can conjure dreams. The Lycoshi woman shakes her head in negation. No, the question is not where to go. It is what destiny you shall fulfill. At her words, the strange mechanism beside her begins to move. Augurs of Lycosh are those born with a natural connection to nature. But I am much more. I am a somniomancer, an augur of dreams, of destiny. Let us peer into yours. The energy expands, consuming the room around you, feeling like you just woke up from a dream. The vision takes hold. The grave of water. Your way there won't be easy. What is happening? Dreams. Destiny. It's all the same, really. The pressure of the room feels immense, as if you were deep below water. Ah! King Ironclad. That's fearsome. Oh, or is it this guy? I was looking at the statue. You can't see my cursor. The little guy down below, at the very bottom, base of the statue, in fact. Far into the distance, you hear the clang of a forge, hammer against anvil. You feel yourself being pulled out of the dreamlike vision. You have quite the path ahead of you, if you were to survive the dangers in your way. Who was that? That was Kregal Ironclad, former king of the True Forged Mountains. He built the True Forged clans with his own hands, becoming the ruler of the only free land in the Empire. I don't know if this is supposed to be said by the narrator or the Somniomancer. It fits fine with her, so now he is hiding. Both his power and forge was taken from him.
Perhaps he could help us. How do we find him?
She smiles at your question, eyes sparkling. The trial of Radia. The dreams that lie ahead of you requires you seek the fallen king of dwarves. She looks at you intently. To reach King Ironclad, you must first triumph in his trial. The trial protects Ironclad from the usurper ruler Ignorith. Jeez. Here. The Somniomancer takes out your map, marking it. Your destiny awaits you. Find the grave of water. Pass the trial of Radia. She smiles anxiously. Perhaps you'll do something good for us, making your way through these mountains of ours. Yes, I do hope you fulfill your destiny. Perhaps I could even return home. Footsteps of Destiny. Do we go with the spiritual one, which would be good for Hamlin, but he's only got one stamina left as it is. We also get a trinket out of this, so just so we're clear. I think this would be fine for Boltolf if it weren't for the fact that he's lacking, oh, I don't know, stamina? I wish we could rest here. But screw me, I guess. I was about to do it again. I was about to click on their picture here. You can't see my cursor. I was about to click on their image on the left side of the screen rather than at the top. We'll go with materialistic because Boltolf could use some more of that. Or we could just go with Hamlin. He's already at 2 for spiritual. Nah, we'll do it for Boltolf.
Next stop, the trial of Radia. You have anything to help our way?
Do I? She thinks for a moment. Ah, I do, don't I? In the stories my mother told me as a child, the Augur always gave the traveler an amulet to save them from wicked spirits. I don't think it'll do much against spirits, but here. May both skies be on your side. You have much pain ahead of you. She hands you a trinket, then lets you on your way. Okay, so when it comes to bribery, he's got an edge, well, a greater edge, I should say. Here, we have loots and, well, screw that. We've got our first trinket. The Eye of Aton. It's epic, as were the ones before it. It features the skill or blessing unbeatable strategies. It features the blessing unbeatable strategy. Whenever you activate your destiny, gain plus 20% critical strike chance until the start of a next turn. That is garbage. Its curse is at the start of combat becomes stunned. Then the second trinket is it's only a rare, but its first blessing is not of our family. When you use your destiny while above 30% fortitude, inflict blood curse to enemies within this tile. And then the curse is all enemies have plus 5% dodge against your abilities. Neither of these are any good. They're both really, really bad. You find yourself outside of vaults, old stone, and a twice steel door. A mechanical whir coming from inside. Whatever valuables or equipment kept within are useless as long as this door bars your passing. Are you strong enough to break through it? That's going to be a big fat no. Do we have... No, we don't have the supplies to use on this. So we'll try and force it. We know he fails already. No point in us reading this. I'm just going to go ahead and... Before we do anything, let's get these people some points. He used to have 12% creativity, didn't he? Anyway, we'll do that, and then... No, we won't invest in any more toughness right now. He also gained some extra HP for leveling up. Instead, I think we'll go with... Yeah, we'll go with create and intelligence, jeez. Anastas, more talent, ancestry, We'll go with power for her. Now for Botulf, we'll go creativity, and we'll go with talent. And what else? He lost some armor. That'll help him in the long run since it boosts his crit damage. Now, before you stands an ancient stone table, surrounded by strange stones. This is a sacrificial site.
A sacrifice of what?
Valuables in exchange for a boon. Would you put something valuable on the table, and if you do, what would you ask for in return? So, as you guys can see here, we can spend valuables in order to gain either gain a perk for whoever succeeds the skill check, or spell weapons. Unfortunately, the people with the best chance of getting a perk are both exhausted, so however, we are going to the inn immediately after this. I probably won't include the inn from now on, but when we stop by it, but I will still tell you guys what new curse we got from it. Do we believe Anastas can do this? How about I click before I answer that? No, she can't. I'll make a sacrifice to gain might in battle. We will need it for the challenges ahead. With 5 willing, we may even gain more than 1. You begin the sacrificial ritual, placing your tribute on the altar. By the earth and skies, we want what we are owed. We seek the boon of achieving our destiny. Nothing but silence sweeps over the runes surrounding you, your offering consumed. Nothing. That's it?
You messed it up.
You did your best, achieving nothing, losing much. Well, what can you do? Alright, before we get started on this, I want it to be clear that this latest curse we got from staying at the inn is pretty bad. All enemies start with 25% of their HP, their maximum HP, as fortitude. Allow me to restate that. 25% of their maximum HP, they start. Good lord, why is it so difficult for me to say this? Enemies start combat with 25% of their maximum HP as fortitude. Let's just leave it at that. That's going to be rough, especially with these things. You enter a small cave, expecting a passage into the depth below. Instead, a Lycoshi woman stands within, surrounded by horrifying spiders. I express my dearest gratitude for arriving here faster than my divination anticipated, traveler. My children have found themselves unfortunately hungry. Sucks to be you, I guess. This is where we are. This is happening. You think back towards the Heartlands, a sliver of nostalgia growing inside you. Brace yourselves. Well, at least they don't start with any extra fortitude, thanks to the frickin' curse we have. This is Botolf. Ooh, resident spellcasters all the way out in the open. A really precarious area. But that's an issue for another time. Unfortunately, I don't know what kind of spells she can cast with that. I would assume something with Blood Curse. Let's get into this cell and whip it good. I guess we can spend another one to gain more fortitude and... Well, now I'm upset. You realize he can still hit you from there, right? Our tank's an all-rounder. Melee, ranged, he's got it all. Well, you're popular, aren't you, buddy? Anyway, here we have Resident Spellcaster. She's actually going to need fortitude. They're looking at her like she's something scrumptious. We'll actually leave her here for now. This guy, on the other hand, right, he's rooted. Okay. 33% chance to dodge. Noted. First off, well, at least I still gain the fortitude. He's now blood cursed. That's got to go. Tried to move out of the cell. That's where we are now. Now, please go forth and kill something. I can move him here. Do this. Oh, that's very nice of you two to just stack up like idiots. First you. Oh my god, it crit for 136 damage. Oh, I'm a little aroused. Let's actually finish this properly. Unless he misses. Are you okay? And of course you're going to run. And you're out. That was a mistake. But this is where we are now. Crit for herself will end her turn. She's fortified, so it's fine. He's dead. Destiny gained. Ooh, he took a healthy amount of damage from that. 21. That's not great. Anyway. Let's head this way, pal. Oh, how quaint. She gains fortitude. Boink. Blood curse. And she's burning, too. That's unfortunate for her. Can't teleport to her or anything, but we'll wait here. Oh. Wow. They could not have rewarded us more. Okay, so let's start with the uncommon axe that deals 27 to 35 damage and is an ancestry class weapon, just so we're clear, not martial, and comes with 2 skills. The first being sacrifice. Inflict blood curse to yourself and all enemies within this tile, with a 50% chance to gain fortitude equal to your missing HP. That could be good for our resident scoundrel, but he also wouldn't gain the what is this special skill? Berserker Furious Rampage. And this skill is particularly nasty, especially when it crits. Inflicts blood curse to yourself and all enemies within this tile with the 50% chance to gain fortitude equal to your missing HP. He's always going to be missing HP. The question is, will the fortitude he gains be equivalent to this weapon? Pretty sure I know what 2 ancestry weapons give. Okay, let's focus on equipment then. Sorry, I would need +6 talent at the very least. Interesting. That's a lot of dodge. What is she wearing? The pants she has are actually really good. Grant health, dodge, ancestral mastery, toughness, and talent. I think we have to leave these on her, because the rest of this is inferior. What about Hamlin? Oh, he's got some really nice pants too. This one comes closest to being good, but he loses ancestry, which would affect the damage over time dealt by his ancestry weapon. He doesn't need more toughness, though. I guess we don't do pants either. So, in the final row, we have Heartland Right, an uncommon artistry weapon that deals 30 to 40 damage and comes with 3, count 'em, a 1, a 2, a 3 skills. The first of which being Hymn of the Heartlands. Grant 75% fortitude to yourself or an ally within range, with a 40% chance to grant fortitude twice and remove burning. Pretty nice. Then we have Flashbind as the second skill. Root an enemy within range with a 40% chance to stun them instead. So if you get the creativity, if the creativity triggers, you only stun them and you lose the root, which is, I guess, fine, since they both do basically the same thing, and stun is just just a better version of root. And as the final skill, we have Changing Winds. Grant control ground to yourself or a target ally within range. with a 40% chance to also grant 80% fortitude and remove any root. I mean, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Frankly, I could replace the shield. This is good enough to be used as Hamlin's weapon. What does he get? Remove all negative status effects from yourself or an ally within range with a small chance to grant 100% fortitude. Not great. And frankly, I prefer him being able to frost enemies. Then we also have this chest guard, which it's not bad. Grants him power and some agility. But it's a step backwards. So it has to be the artistry weapon, but I can't get rid of worship or story of fortune. Anxiety is good, and deliverance stuns all enemies in the tile, which is perfect for if enemies end up looking at her when they should be focusing on the tank. And with her, how high her creativity percent is, she could actually make this really good. Probably almost a 75% chance to work, or for the creativity effect to work. Nope, occur. Flashbind is garbage, but changing winds is pretty good. I'm still I don't like the idea of losing out on the ability for her to attack. Hamlin doesn't need the burning that this inflicts, but I mean, it also deals damage to enemies in the tile, so there's that. I don't see how I can make this work with our current setup. The only one this could go on is Anastas, and would have to replace the Anxious Journal. I think we have to leave it, which is a shame. Oh, right. I don't think I read the Bonfire Cleave for the ritualistic Radia hatchet. Inflict 4 burning to all enemies within this tile with a 40% chance to inflict an additional 3 burning. It's not bad. Could give it to Hamlin. And it already comes with a 50% chance to gain fortitude. But he would have to be missing health. If he's missing a quarter of his health, then he'd gain maximum fortitude, considering how much health he has. Then there's Bonfire Cleave. It's not bad, it's just I'm not sure if I can make it work. Oh, I didn't realize they were the same weapon, or the same class of weapon. No. So, okay. I like the Infernal Hawk Axe, except that Inferno Within is a garbage move that I can't make use of. Unwanted Ancestry is actually really good, and especially when it crits on an enemy that has very little armor. I might end up keeping it because its damage is so high. Whereas this doesn't do any actual damage, but it does give him what he needs in order to use Berserker. Or use Furious Rampage. I guess Berserker is the class. I'm not sure. I think we stick with the axe. Well, they're both axes. I mean, will stick with the axe I came here with. Oh, we've got an event that could end in... Oh, it's this again. So I need to make sure that we actually get to the chest, otherwise we get nothing out of this encounter. I guess we'll have Hamlin deal with it. She's even got the non-believer skill, and her chance to succeed at this is lower than Hamlin's. Disgraceful. Either way, we get the treasure if we go with this one. Oh, whatever. We'll be taking this, and the five can do what they wish. The adventurer scowls. Ungodly bastards, why don't you just go all the way and serve your master? That doesn't mean anything to me. He gestures over the mountains towards Yaengard. You ignore them, gathering what's yours for the taking. Do you have no respect for the divine? We won't let these godless bandits steal from us. You've got a snake, buddy. What are you upset about? If I had a snake, I'd still take the treasure. I just would. Oh, we gained valuables as well. A rogue weapon. Ooh. So, here we have the chaotic hook claw. An uncommon fist weapon that deals 24 to 41 damage. And it comes with two skills. Chaotic Advantage, which deals 85% damage to all enemies in this tile, and, if the tile's crowded, it has a 150% additional critical strike damage. That's pretty good. Its second skill being Feral Bashing. Deal 75% damage to a nearby enemy with a 100% additional critical strike damage. And with a 15% chance to stun them. I mean, it's tempting. It really is. Like, very tempting. This gives more armor, but it costs him 60 of his health. He does get more talent out of it, but he loses power, which means he loses 4 initiative as well. Not really interested. Here we have an heirloom, an epic. It's quite nice, actually. Its damage is 24 to 34, and it comes with 2 skills. Legion, consume 3 blood curse from an enemy within range and summon an unspoken legion to fight for you. Its second skill is Incendiary Affliction. Consume all burning from an enemy within range, and deal 40% damage for each burning consumed. It's not bad. The only problem is the only person capable of applying Blood Curse is Botulf. And I'm never going to actually have him use that skill 3 times in a row. With how much ancestral mastery he has, that's dangerous. Pants, though. I'd lose 18% creativity, whereas the pants I have now are giving me 36%. And I'd gain crit chance, which isn't actually that valuable to me now that I think about it. But we do gain 2% creativity per intelligence point, so that'd be an extra 6. Well, that's a third of what we'd lose. I don't think it's worth it, though. Even for the extra HP. Well, they tried, didn't they? I like this weapon, though. The only problem is, this weapon doesn't actually do anything until the enemy's already been afflicted by something. That is something of an issue. I have no idea. Well, it's obvious that I don't take the frickin' cube. Which is a shame. But I mean, what can you do? I'd love to be able to summon something, though. But by the time an enemy ends up with 3 Blood Curse, with how much damage Botulf does, they'll be dead. Unless there was someone else who could apply it. Because the thing is, the application of Blood Curse to the enemy doesn't really matter. I just need him to use it to apply it to himself. No, we just have to pass on it. I can't try to build around something like that. Well, this is kind of awkward. This guy's going to be harassing us from all the way over there. And apparently it set its sights on Botulf, the best of us. If he still had his wand, he could just teleport over there and then give it the what for, but that's not how it's going to be today. I could off this guy first thing, doing this. Why have you chosen to be like this? Well, he's dead on his next turn, so we've got that to look forward to. Oh no, he's rooted. Whatever shall we do? So let's see. What do we do? We can put this here. And he gained destiny. Nice. Thunk. Why didn't he hit her? Weird. Oh, he moved her out of the way, so she didn't trigger his what's it calls it, because she's also still in the same cell. Also, apparently the things, no, it feared him. That's why he was for some reason able to move while rooted. So that's where we are on that. He's still rooted, by the way. But at least he's not blood cursed anymore. Oh, right. I should probably have pointed this out, but I completely forgot. Hamlin also, we've been to that altar you saw earlier. We've done that before, and Hamlin got this perk from it. I don't remember this one. Yeah, sacrificial history. At the start of each combat, double your armor until your second turn. But Hamlin has 40 something armor as his base now because of his, maybe it's using your base armor that doesn't come from equipment rather than your total. That's the only thing I can think of. Is our turn done? Yeah. Burning and frost. That's just too good. Someone help him. Well, at least he can move now. We'll leave it at that for now. Why have you chosen to be like this? Because he needed to move, right? That snake really does not like him. Jealousy, perhaps? She didn't give herself 100% crit chance. Okay. So he just dashed across there like nothing and did nothing. That's certainly an option. She dodged on you. That's embarrassing. Trust me, I know embarrassing. So we'll go up here, tag this fellow. Our resident spellcaster will go here to increase his crit rate again. Good, he got 100. Well, since we're blood cursed, we may as well make use of it, huh? Yeah, take that. So, now that you're here, just gonna... Nice. Very nice. I think I'll actually have her give herself fortitude just to be safe. Yep. Frankly, I've got no idea. I don't know what his next move will be. So we'll just give her more fortitude. Call it a day. Thought he might do something stupid. Probably not good since he can dash out. But it's fine. He gained destiny anyway. Okay, so here we have the Bloody Twin Claw, an uncommon fist weapon that deals 26 to 36 damage. It possesses 2 skills, the first of which being internal bleeding. Dash to an enemy within range and deal 50% damage to them. If they're blood cursed, inflict 2 blood curse. That's pretty good. Then we have Butcher. Deal 110% to a nearby enemy. If they're isolated, Butcher is armor piercing. I mean, it sounds good, but in the end, Boltooth needs the fortitude, so... Reptilian Surcoat. 2 talent give... No, she'd also lose health, but she does need to upgrade her equipment at some point. Her armor needs to be replaced. But I also don't want her losing the health. She'd end up with 290 something. But it comes with extra dodge, so that it sort of mitigate her issues. It comes with enough creativity to almost make up for the loss of the 2 talent points. Then there's +5 ancestry, which she can't make use of. Then we have the Butcher's Axe of Execution, an uncommon axe that deals 24 to 34 damage and is of the Ancestry class. It features 2 skills, Malicious Butchery, which inflicts blood curse on a nearby enemy, and if they're frosted, inflicts it twice. Then there's Frost Rend, the second skill, which deals 95% damage to a nearby enemy, with a 70% chance, that is frankly really high, to inflict 4 frost. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I do like Control Ground though instead. He could hit them with the Soul Shock Curse, possibly frost them at range. Once they get close, gives them the business with the Butcher's Axe of Execution. But the shield frosts every enemy in the cell. But this also does damage to the target. I think the shield is just the better choice. Since it gives me a guaranteed, undodgeable, apparently, frost on all enemies in the same tile. We can go. Wait. I am looking at this armor for her. But since it broke the thing, there we go. She doesn't need the crit chance, really. The dodge in the armor will be great. So she'll have 24% armor? Yeah, she'll have 24% armor. 32% dodge, more than our resident rogue. And she hardly loses any creativity. Plus she gains 5 ancestry, which gives her ancestral mastery and weapon mastery, plus additional start of turn fortitude regen. We'll take that. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything. I was reading the status effect at the bottom right of the screen. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back next Tuesday with another episode. I don't know what's going to be uploaded on Saturday and Sunday, but it's going to be something, so why not drop by and see what's happening. This episode was pretty good, except for the part where Boltooth ended up with what does he have? About 30, 25? Nope, it's about 30% of his maximum health. So that's not good. I admit I played pretty sloppy there. It's my own fault. He's got way too much ancestry. He's got way too much ancestral mastery. I don't need the blood curse to do damage. I just need it to be on him. And I can't apply it from any other means. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.
You see